Welcome to the very first episode of Biteforce, a super stupid idea I had many years ago that has finally made it to reality. The idea is simple. We take a hydraulic press, we rig it up with life-sized Tyrannosaurus Rex teeth, and then crush things using the same bite force a T.rex would be able to apply. This number is notoriously hard to calculate. We can't exactly walk up to a Rex and ask him to bite down on an instrument for us, but the typical range is from 6 metric tons to 8.5 metric tons at the very top of the scale. Now that's up to 8,500 kilograms of bite force, nearly 75 times more than the maximum a human can manage. So, 8.5 tons, that's this marker right here on the press. We won't be going past that. For these first few episodes at least, we'll be tackling easier items anyway. Let's say that our Rex is a newborn hatchling who just happens to have gigantic teeth. It's just learning how to bite down on its prey. That would have been insects, arachnids, and small lizards mainly at this point in time. There's a lot I'd like to improve over time about this system, including eventually upgrading to a consistent motorized press for smoother movement, smoother pressure, and also so I don't have to stand right next to the bloody thing and pump it. Some improvements have already been made since this first episode you're about to see, and I'm going to give you a little preview of those later on, but for now, let's get started with something nice and easy and, gooey. This pot of yogurt should make for a good first test for our newborn Rex. There's a seal to break like the exoskeleton of an arthropod, but then inside it's just gooey goodness waiting to be gobbled up. I do regret scripting some of these words. I'm filming this with a Nikon D750 and also a Cronus 1.4 high-speed camera, which should allow for some dramatic slow-motion footage. Lovely. Very excited to to clean this one up. It was less explosive than the watermelon though. Fantastic. The yogurt was suitably gooey. How about something a little spookier? A human skull? Unfortunately just a resin copy, but hey, if things go well, maybe down the line we could crush a real human skull. I just found one on Google for $2,500, so, share the channel around and you never know, maybe one day. A brief interlude here. I mentioned that I was making some changes for future videos, and here's one of them. The teeth have been painted to, well, look like teeth, basically. Seems kind of obvious in retrospect. A base coat of leather brown, a mid coat of skeleton bone, and then a white dry brushing of Vallejo white. Takes me right back to my Warhammer days. Anyways, this should all be in place for the next episode. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Sometimes the first bite just doesn't do the damage, you know? But will Mr. Potato Head be as oddly resistant to the biting as the Resin Skull proved to be? Spoiler alert, no. To be honest, folks, that moment where Mr. Potato Head's body hurtles towards the camera was one of the first moments I thought I might be onto something enjoyable to watch here. It was majestic. Now, this last clip doesn't go as well. I was still getting to grips with the slow motion camera and the general positioning, but if you ever wanted to see the 1992 classic Batman Returns by Tim Burton no less be crushed, well, here we go. You just can't win them all. This is a learning process for me as well. I'm running this solo with no prior experience in anything I'm doing here, frankly. There's been a lot to get to grips with, but I've had a few years to do so. I hope you see the potential entertainment at least, and as we upgrade the teeth, only the central two are metal at the moment, the press, and indeed start crushing some tougher items, we'll hopefully get to see the Rex bite come to life, and really just some satisfying explosive crunches in the meantime. If you enjoyed this video and you do want to see more, the biggest thing you can do is throw a like and a comment down below, and even a share if you're feeling a little bit wild today, which you should be. This has been a labour of love, and thanks for joining me at the very first step of this journey. Until next time, from me and the Rex, it needs a name by the way, feel free to offer some suggestions in the comment section. Much love as always, and bye bye.